Well, since school is starting, why not a video about okay, the mic fell down, sorry about that. Why not a video about going back to school? Sounds fun and sounds physically draining at the same time, right? But what if I tell you that going to school in Canada isn't the worst thing in the world? I studied in India for like 9 years. Get ready to hear some weird stuff, okay? So that is why I present you this video today, where I am going to talk about some weird school rules in India and some stories about schools in India. Yeah, we had some weird, extremely weird rules. I used to go to a private school, but in India, like, both private schools and public schools had uniforms. Why am I talking about uniforms and schools? Well, it's cause I had a school uniform. Well, you guys might think, okay, yeah, we just can't wear our own clothes we get at home, right? Well, wrong. Not only that, but we weren't allowed to wear home socks, or we couldn't buy our own bags. Everything had to be purchased from our school. So our school would give us a bag with our school logo. Our school would give us a pair of socks that we had to wear. And even our shoes were given by our school. And you had to purchase it in a place called the Student Corner. So every year, parents would have to go to purchase school socks, school shoes, a bag with the school logo, and the school uniform from the Student Corner. So basically, the only thing we had to buy from outside was a water bottle, lunchbox, and pencil box. Because even our notebooks were given by the school. Obviously, with a big picture of the school and a school logo. The self-promoting for the school was just amazing. And that's something that happens in every single Indian school. It's always, everything is from the school. You have to buy it from the school. And also, like, the quality of the bag wasn't that great either, so I don't know why they still force us to use those things. Well, and this is something only in my 10 years of school life in India, only minus the quarantine years, that is
2,000 years later.
No, actually 7 years of me going to school physically. Only this happened only in like 4 years or 5 years of my school life. Obviously not in kindergarten, but after I went into grade 1, I saw this one weird rule my teacher made, that you can't drink water without my permission thing. This depended on the teacher, but the fact that this happened in India is crazy. Like, in grade 3, my teacher didn't really like the thing when we asked permission to drink water, but like grade 1, grade 2, grade 4, grade 5, we asked, that's like 4 years, we asked permission to drink water. That's the basic necessity. And I'm not saying that's every single school in India, just the teachers in my school thought it was a good idea. But the fact that this is happening in India, man, like, what? Why? That was a weird rule. Imagine, like, you're like really dry from like PE, because like Indian PE, it's rigor, like it's hard. Like, it's like not like today we're gonna do volleyball, today we're gonna do soccer, today we're gonna do football. No, it's not that. It just, they're gonna take you in scorching heat. They're gonna tell you to do 10 laps probably, first of all. Second of all, they're gonna tell you to do these weird exercises and push-ups probably. And then if you're lucky enough, if you have enough time, you can play some volleyball. And that was it, actually. So me and my friends, we would just go in a corner and like pretend that we were doing work, and we would just play games like tag all the time, because who is going to actually perform these weird PE activities? Because we didn't really get graded in PE, because like we only had one exam for PE, and that was how fast can you catch a ball if we throw it across the huge field. And that's it. That's a weird way to assess for PE. Like you should be looking for skills like football, soccer, football / rugby, soccer, what else? Cricket. And actually, that was like the weirdest thing. Like, bro, this one's not that bad, but we had mandatory swimming lessons like once a week. It was Monday. Every Monday we would have like a swimming class, and swimming and PE in our school was treated differently. So every day we would have swimming classes. That was actually pretty fun, I guess. That was the only nice thing our school did. Yeah, that was the only nice and fun thing our school did, to be honest. And then the next thing that is common in Indian schools, like it happens in every single school, okay? That you need to ask for permission to get back in the classroom. Like maybe you went to the washroom, or maybe you went for some teacher job. Like your teacher asked you to go and give some notebooks, school notebooks, to and keep them in the staff room. Like you come back, you need to stand outside the door and ask for permission to come in. Let me show you how that went so that you understand. Or like you just want to like get in general, you need to ask for permission. Let me show you. There's a certain way to say it too. Like if you don't use certain words, you're not gonna be allowed to come back in. It literally went like, ma'am, may I come in? Or sir, may I come in? And the teacher would be like, yes, you may come in. Then the student would walk in and sit down. And one more thing that we did that in India to respect teachers, like that's not a bad thing, I think. Like we would have to stand up whenever we would talk to the teacher, but the teacher would never respect us back though. She would do whatever, but even though we respected the teachers would barely respect their students. They would, if you forget your school project, they wouldn't get scared to pull your parents into this matter. Not like, hey, Mr. and Mrs. blank, your kid forgot their assignment, can you please bring it for them to school? No, not that. They would be like, your parents probably kept you so that they can make you sweep the floor and wash the dishes and do all the household chores. Like, I'm just simplifying it to make it seem nicer, but this is actually how students would get dissed by their teachers. Like, they would bring out personal stuff like that. Like, obviously they would say it like way worse, but I'm simplifying it because I don't want to say it like that. Yeah, like pulling the kids' parents into this while you are trying to talk to a child about certain stuff. I don't think so that's okay. And one more thing that my grade 5 teacher did, oh my god, this is weird. So, this one classmate of mine did a mischief. It wasn't really mischief. What did he do? I forgot. I forgot. He didn't do anything bad, but and the teacher took the kid's bag, opened it, threw the notebooks, threw the books on the floor, and threw his bag on the floor. So everything is on the floor. And all of us saw that. That was something. That was a scary experience to witness. Like, especially in India where like books and like study stuff's like seen as a form of God, because like Saraswati gives you like God Saraswati is like we say that they give you, she gives you wisdom, that goddess gives you wisdom. So the fact that you would throw that away is kind of weird to me. Teacher, why? Anyways, back to another thing that one teacher did. Oh my god, Indian schools are great. In the worst ways possible. So I have glasses. Where are my glasses? Wait, let me bring my glasses. These are my glasses. And I don't really like wearing my glasses, but I should be wearing them though. I will try and wearing them more often, and I'll make it a regular habit because I should. Anyways, I got my first pair of glasses when I was in grade 1, and I was actually the first one to get my glasses. Yeah, so where am I going with this story, you may ask? Let me tell you. So the thing is, I was in grade 5 when this happened. So our school started this one thing when we were in grade 3 about bench changing, like bench rotation. So where we would sit on the first bench for a week, and then we would sit on the second bench, and then for another week, and so on. And we had 5 benches and 4 rows. So I was at the third row with my benchmate. We were also friends, but I prefer to call that person as a benchmate, because I feel like that's easier. So, anyways, so me and my benchmate, we would rotate, and the first row were dedicated to people who were slow riders. So our row, actually every single row, had one of these slow riders, or kids who were up to no good, or they did mischief. So those kind of kids would sit on the first bench, and then that means the rotation for every single row would start from the second bench. And as we went to the last bench, obviously as I went on going backwards, my vision kept on getting worse, and I couldn't really see anything. So I asked my benchmate a couple of times what was written on the board. He was nice, so he told me. But after a point, I feel like I'm asking too much, and I should just walk up and see it for myself. And that was allowed. So I went up, and I started seeing the board, and I just saw it. I took a quick glance, and I walked back to my seat and sat down. And the teacher started scolding me for no reason. She told me these exact words. She said, "Shrina, stand up." I stood up, obviously, because I'm talking to a teacher. I need to stand up. Basic rule in India. She said, "You're a lady. You're not supposed to walk up. And you're a lady now. You're not supposed to walk up to the board and see the writings. Wow, so I'm not allowed to write stuff on my notebook like other people because I'm a lady now, apparently. I was in grade 5. Can you not? Like, I have so many comebacks about this, like, till this day. Like, I tell my parents, I should have said this, I should have said that. Like, I went that day and told my parents, and they were like, why didn't you say anything? I was like, I just can't talk back to the teacher, like, unless it's, like, really bad. I tried not talking back to the teacher, like, unless it's, like, really bad. But at that point, I felt like talking back to the teacher, but, I couldn't, obviously, because it was
India, there's no way you can talk back to the teacher.
in India. Mostly kids are scared of their teachers. Like, I was like, oh, so you don't want my work? Okay, I can just stop writing then. Like, I should have said that, but I didn't say it. I should have said that, though. But anyways, moving on. The fact that I was only in grade 5, it's, like, weird. I don't know why a teacher would say that. Like, imagine saying this to someone who's grade 5. You're a lady now. Okay, I don't care. I need to see. I feel like as a grade 5 teacher, you shouldn't have done these things. And the fact that these weird stories I'm telling, it's about the same grade 5 teacher, like, yeah. And one more thing, I remember my grade 3 a social studies teacher asking me about a project I made with my parents was, so did you pay someone to make this project? And obviously I said no. And then the teacher had the audacity to ask, okay, so what did you make this of? And obviously I made this project with the help of my parents. I was like, thermocol, plastic of Paris, paint, canvas. She was like, oh, you can sit down. She didn't even apologize later on. And also, I remember she misplaced my notebook and said I didn't give the notebook, which meant I had to write all of the question answers of, like, 5 different chapters. Like, I wrote that all night. I remember I was in grade 3, but I even skipped dinner so that I could finish it and give it to the teacher. And then I searched for my notebook at home, too. It wasn't there. And it was just the teacher who misplaced it but wouldn't admit it. So, because, like, our school would have, like, annual, like, checking. Like, after a chapter was completed, our teacher would check our notebooks and give us a tick mark. Well, then now you should know about the grading system of India. Let's go. Well, in India, what happens is that we have 4 exams. One's a review test 1, half yearly, review test 2, finals. All our classes, Hindi, Bengali, English language, English literature, math, and, the other stuff, we would have an exam, and it would be, we would have 10 chapters for review tests, and for half yearly we had 15 chapters. How many chapters? 6 new chapters. No, more than that. Actually, I forgot how many chapters were there for half yearly. But for finals, it was, like, more or less the entire book. And yeah, we also got books from our school. So we had to carry the books and these notebooks with us every day, by the way. Anyways, back to what I was saying. So we would have a grading system, like, 25, 50, 25, 50. So in review test, we would have our total grade would be out of 25. For half yearly, it would be 50. For review 2, it would be 25 again. And for final, it would be again 50. So we would do the 100 like that. And that was the only way to tell that if you're going to the next grade. So basically, if you do well in these 4 tests, you're going to the next grade or not. It's basically a do or die thing because like you only have one shot. Like it's not like, guys, this assignment is 10 points. This assignment is 20 points. We didn't have points. We just had these 4 grades. We had to base our entire future on, which was really hard to do as a kid. A lot of my friends would have been awake studying till like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. and in the morning as a grade 5 student. So honestly, if you're in India, you basically have no childhood. Like, you do to like grade 2, and after actually grade 3, and after that they think you have no rights to have fun. Basically, you do, but it's just like they take it away from you, which just sucks. Because like you're in grade 4 now, you should like study for like 10 hours straight after having an 8-hour hours of school. Like we had 8 hours of school, and then we were expected to study even after we get home for like 10 hours. Like they were like, it's just 10 hours. Like seriously, you love to overwork us. And with the projects and everything, bro, don't even get us started with those projects you couldn't do alone as a kid. I remember one time they asked us to make a 3D umbrella, and oh my god, and apparently one kid's umbrella wasn't good enough, so the teacher threw it in the dustbin and asked that kid to do it again, and he made that umbrella again and gave it to the teacher the next day. And his paper umbrella was actually pretty impressive. It was great, but according to the teacher, no, it wasn't. Bro, you're asking impossible things, and you think we'll do it. And in India, there's like a lot of other things. Like they think that everyone learns at the same pace, which no, they don't. Everyone have different paces they learn in. So it's better to understand those paces to make the kids learn better, you know. Well, and like also India, like they did all this kind of weird stuff. The education system is messed up. Indian education system is messed up, bro. Like I'm not even lying. I was there for 10 years. It's really messed up. Someone really needs to clean up the Indian education system for real, or else we're just losing balance. Cause obviously India, as you're an adult, as you become an adult, there becomes no balance in your life between work and family, and it is kind of sad that is also happening with like 5th graders and like 4th graders. Like you are telling them you're not teaching them to value time, and you're not also teaching them to value how to balance work life and personal life, which I feel like India's curriculum should have it, like that they don't. They take it as a joke. They take personal life as a joke, and they also like miss the fact that you're not giving your child critical thinking skills. Because I remember when in India, if you write a bookish answer on your test, it's a good thing. So whatever teachers will teach you, you have to mug that up, and you need to write that exact words. Like if the question's like, who's the author, you can't write the author is blank. You have to write the name of the author is like, that's just an example, but I'm saying that's just the way Indian system works. I remember my parents got called because I wrote my own answers. They were correct, but the teachers still deducted grades for them, marks for them. I don't know why. I also got called by one of my teachers for writing COLOR instead of COLOUR. Seriously, teachers? Seriously? Seriously? I was in grade 2. Seriously? You're gonna call my parents for writing COLOR? Okay then. Okay, whatever. Anyways, that felt great. That felt great. I could go about hours and hours and hours about how messed up the Indian education system is, because, hey, it is. And they also miss the fact that kids need critical thinking, and kids are they're just growing up to be robots, because like people in India who are called backbenchers, people who basically don't do any work, they're basically, because this education system, the pace is the same for everyone and everyone have different paces. Like, do you want India's stress to go down or not? Like, it's literally 77% of Indian population have stress, and the 77% is shockingly millennials and Gen Z. Well, we don't want Gen Alpha and the other generations to be affected by this thing, hopefully, because a lot of people do be defending the Indian education system. And anyways, I felt like school's starting soon. I'm gonna get my classes tomorrow, so I thought, why not make this video today? So anyways, happy new school year for us, I guess. I'm going to be a sophomore now. Great. Excited for sophomore year, I guess. But anyways, bye guys. See you in the next video.